What's up, Crypto Crew, and welcome back. Or if this is your first time, I'm Captain Crypto Mind, actively escaping the Matrix, scoping out the crypto ocean. So if you like your odds, get on the boat, stay up to date, thumbs up, and join the hunt.
Into the boat!
Crypto Crew, I don't want to generalize, but I believe we're a research-first community. We study Kaspa and Bitcoin because understanding our assets matters. Most of us respect Bitcoin as the tech standard of the last 15 plus years, even as countless alt projects have come and gone. That history explains why some Bitcoiners are cautious about Kaspa, and honestly, who can blame them after all the scams? That's why we on your Crypto Crew continue to say, study to show thyself approved. Yes, that's about the word and salvation through Jesus Christ, but it also teaches us how to study, rightly dividing truth from noise. Apply that here. So today, let's make a clear distinction. XRP and Kaspa are both altcoins, but they are fundamentally miles apart. And by the end of this vid, I hope Bitcoiners and Caspians alike will see why and rightly divide the two. Stay tuned, Crypto Crew.
Romans paid soldiers with salt. Ripple served banks, not people. Both institutional control disguised as currency. Think Kaspa.
Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Crypto Crew, protect your crypto investments through self-custody. In our opinion, the best option for you is the Tangent wallet. Easy to use, plug and play, and the most affordable cold storage out there. You can get 10% off using code Crypto Crew, link in the description box below. Thanks so much for your consideration and support in advance, and may the Lord Jesus Christ bless you all.
This crypto will be the go-to cryptocurrency for real payments. I'm talking about Kaspa. That's because it's lightning fast, cheap and decentralized. Everything crypto was meant to be. Kaspa confirms transactions in just 10 seconds thanks to its BlockDAG architecture, which is 10 blocks per second, making it perfect for buying a coffee or splitting bills. Unlike Bitcoin or Litecoin, it feels instant, and with proof of work security and no premine, it stays true to crypto's roots. Merchants can accept cash today via now payments with instant fiat conversion, and smart contracts are coming very soon. The future of peer-to-peer payments isn't coming, it's already here with Kaspa.
Shout out to Ripto Go, check out his updates, and he nailed it. Kaspa is shaping up to be the go-to crypto for payments. Some Bitcoiners won't want to grant that, but one thing is clear. Whatever quote-unquote payments crown exists, XRP won't be wearing it.
XRP solves none of that. It is a centralized coin. It's a technology company with no technology. So I see we have a Kaspa people as well. I'm not interested in getting in a debate with Kaspa people. I'll leave if it comes to that, because listen, I will grant you that you have better technology. If that's what you want, I'll grant you that. It's faster and it's cheaper, kind of because nobody uses it and nobody wants it. But yeah, you can stuff a bunch more transactions, but you will never ever recreate the immaculate conception of Bitcoin. Only happened once. So we have perfect scarcity and perfect money now.
So despite this gentleman's skepticism about Kaspa, he conceded the essentials. Kaspa's tech is faster and cheaper, and before he even got to Kaspa, he tore into XRP, and his core points tracks with first principles. XRP runs counter to the fair launch, decentralized, proof-of-work ethos that both Bitcoin and Kaspa stand on.
What about XRP? The XRP community have this notion that XRP is being used for cross-border banking transactions. This misunderstanding comes from an intentional smoke and mirrors campaign by the founders of Ripple. See, originally, Ripple was a service provider to banks, including a private payments ledger called RippleNet, which they sell to the industry. There are two products on RippleNet which are actually used, Xcurrent and XVia. Neither of these use or even have the capability of using the XRP token. Technically, banks could use the XRP token using the product XRapid, but as far as we can see, that has never happened. The XRP token does two things. Number one, it makes the founders rich when they dump on retail investors. Number two, it's used to fund $5 million Greenpeace smear campaigns against Bitcoin proof-of-work mining.
No need to attack Bitcoin. After all, Kaspa's roots are Bitcoin native. The origin, the dev culture, and the design philosophy.
So you keep the same ethos, the same principles of Bitcoin, of a Nakamoto system, proof of work, blocks, transactions, all the things you're familiar with. And the vision of 10 blocks per second is that, things become internet speed crypto, internet speed proof of work, sequencing the messages differently, sequencing the blocks differently in a way that is guaranteeing eventual agreement, similarly to Nakamoto consensus. So we started with 1 block per second, then Sutton took on the endeavor of writing things in Rust and enabling things to run on 10 blocks per second. And then I was imagining we can run with 100 blocks per second.
Shout out to Jonathan Sompolinski and shout out to Matt Crater at Bitcoin University. Whether or not he's on board with Kaspa or your crypto crew yet, educators like him have helped many navigate the crypto ocean.
XRP is a cryptocurrency that was issued by the software company called Ripple Labs, which is based in San Francisco. It was issued in order to dump it on naive retail investors and thus fund their company operations, Ripple's company operations, in addition to obviously buying private jets and yachts for the executive team and this sort of thing. Ripple basically printed up its own money, so it's 100% premine, and has been using it for years as a funding source. You'll often hear that Ripple did not create XRP, but that they just got lucky and they were magically awarded 100 billion XRP tokens that just magically ended up at Ripple Labs. That's not only a highly improbable story, but also a lie that has been thoroughly debunked. Now, one of the reasons that Ripple chose to issue so many tokens, in other words, to have a supply of 100 billion XRP, is to take advantage of what's commonly known as unit bias. So Bitcoin, for example, has only 21 million coins, so the fiat price of each has gotten quite expensive. And it's important to remind people here, you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin, you can buy a tiny fraction of a Bitcoin. But Bitcoin only has 21 million coins. It's very desired. It's the most important currency in the world today, so the fiat price of each one has gotten quite expensive. But because there are 5,000 times more XRP tokens than Bitcoin, it makes them look cheap, quote unquote cheap, to people who are financially unsophisticated, which is basically Ripple's targeted demographic.
Bottom line, like Bitcoin, Kaspa is hard capped at 28.7 billion CAS, fair launched, no premine, and decentralized, not a company coin. XRP may sit on high volume charts today, but volume isn't innovation. Kaspa isn't more famous yet, but fame doesn't equal fundamentals.
XRP is basically the complete antithesis of Bitcoin, whereas Bitcoin is highly decentralized, which basically means that no small group of people can change the rules. Bitcoin has no premine, no initial insider allocation. Satoshi did mine many coins at the beginning to secure the network, but these coins have never been moved or sold, and Satoshi was obviously not interested in private jets and yachts like the Ripple Labs executive team. So highly decentralized, no premine, working to separate money from state. Bitcoin is basically freedom money, as everyone knows. And XRP is really the complete opposite of this. It's highly centralized. A small group can change the rules and can control the nodes, especially the important nodes that Ripple runs. These are really the definitive nodes that have the greatest say in the network. So XRP is highly centralized, 100% premine with a huge initial insider allocation.
Another excellent point, Matt. Bitcoin was built as a peer-to-peer digital cash, a stand against the failing fiat system rooted in sovereignty and personal freedom. Kaspa shares those values and is actively building for worldwide participation, secure, fully decentralized, and already the fastest proven proof of work network, a true store of value with real scalability, speed that have put all of the proof of stake chains to shame, not as a flex, but as a necessity. Kaspa exists to carry Satoshi Nakamoto's vision forward as actual peer-to-peer digital cash, and that is a world apart from XRP.
And Ripple Labs is unfortunately also collaborating with governments to help to build a digital prison and enslave people with CBDCs. CBDCs are one of the most evil things around. They're central bank digital currencies. It's a form of fiat where you have even less privacy and less control. So XRP and the people working on it are basically anti-freedom money people.
Now here's the setup, crypto crew. XRP stakes its edge on ISO 222 and bank rails. That's the unique buying reason, and a good buying reason at that, not gonna lie. Kaspa, however, through the Kaspa Industrial Initiative, KII, and its Warp Core project, is aiming to deliver the same bank-grade transfer capability while staying true to crypto's roots. Decentralized, censorship-resistant, faster, cheaper, building towards the future.
If a bank wants launch its own CBDC and wants to do it outside the XRP or RippleNet, which is very centralized and has all of the difficulties that it's had. Kaspa can offer that solution now. It's very quick, and we've done a lot of test transactions, and it's working pretty well. Well, anybody who wants to use XRP, we have an alternative for them. The differentiator that we have is that the KYC stuff is an optional layer where it's mandatory on RippleNet. So we can do everything that Ripple can do, except it's actually truly decentralized and faster and more scalable.
No matter your stance for Bitcoiners and Caspians, this is the future the utility institutions want without compromising on the principles that matter most. Now, if you're a Bitcoiner watching this vid, thank you for your passion in protecting the ethos of a true crypto project. Hopefully by now you realize BTC has much more in common with Kaspa than with the vast majority of crypto projects today.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth. Nothing more.
And hey, you may not like Kaspa at the moment. You may never even invest into Kaspa. That's not the point. The point is to continue to study Bitcoin and the crypto ocean. And just because Kaspa and XRP are both altcoins doesn't mean they're in the same class and should be rightly divided. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good.
Stick around.
Fix your mind before you get to the grind. And with that said, let's continue to escape the matrix. Let's continue to be on the lookout for the next big thing here on the crypto ocean. Grow in grace, and let's make some crypto waves. Say aye.